Kevin Looney had become the Iron Man of the Golden State Warriors over the past few years, but unfortunately that hasn't translated to his new start at the New Orleans Pelicans following a frustrating injury update on Wednesday. The Pelicans have announced that Looney will be reevaluated in 2 to 3 weeks after suffering a ligament sprain in his left knee, with the injury coming during the team's second preseason game in Australia earlier this month. Pelicans' recent injury woes have already extended to Kevin Looney. While this injury might be on the minor side, it continues a horror recent injury run for the Pelicans that saw their 2024-25 season essentially end before it even had a chance to begin. Superstar forward Zion Williamson was limited to 30 games, while Brandon Ingram only appeared in 18 before he was traded to the Toronto Raptors at the mid-season deadline. DeJounte Murray went down with a devastating torn Achilles after 31 games, and Herb Jones had season-ending surgery on his shoulder after just 20 games. The injury woes did allow rising star Trey Murphy III to have a breakout year, yet even he only made 53 appearances. Just to add insult to injury, the Pelicans made a questionable trade for 13th overall pick Derek Queen at the draft, only for the 20-year-old to suffer a wrist injury that will delay the start of his rookie season. In an interview with Jake Fisher of the Stein Line in December last year, former Pelicans guard and reigning most improved player Dyson Daniels labeled the franchise cursed when it comes to their injury problems. "I had like 4 or 5 ankle injuries down there as well. There's something down in that water down there or something," Daniels said. "They got hamstrings. They got knees. They got concussions and stuff as well. They get everything down there. I don't know what it is. Playing hard, I guess." That curse Daniels speaks of has now painfully extended to Looney before the 3x NBA champion even makes his regular season debut. The irony to this is that the 29-year-old had overcome early injuries in his career to become one of the most durable players in the league, having incredibly played in 289 straight regular season and playoff games, a streak that was only broken in March last year because Steve Kerr pulled him from the rotation. This is a less than ideal start for Looney after signing a 2-year, $16 million contract with the Pelicans in free agency, having departed the Warriors after a decade in which he left an indelible mark on the franchise. The Houston Rockets finished last season with the second-best record in the Western Conference. Losing to the Golden State Warriors in the first round was a gut punch. The Rockets fell well short of their goal. This summer, Houston added Kevin Durant, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Clint Capella in an effort to get over the hump and make their first NBA Finals since the 1990s. In order to get there, they need to get through the Warriors. The Rockets have stoked the flame with the Warriors, leaning into the rivalry. As Golden State ages and Houston improves on both ends of the floor, they are expected to have some fierce battles this season. Houston Rockets break down rivalry. For most of the Rockets roster, the first-round exit at the hands of Golden State was their first playoff appearance. The Warriors were riding a late-season surge after adding Jimmy Butler and simply boasted more postseason experience. However, the Rockets have long fallen short to Golden State, dating back to when James Harden played in Texas. "It's always been like that when James was here too," said Alperen Sengun in an interview with Sports Illustrated. "People love to see that and you love to play it. We always get more motivated when playing against them." Tari Eason, who reignited the rivalry in 2024, knows that it's hard to talk trash when you consistently lose to the rivals, which the Rockets have been doing well before he was drafted. "It's something that we've kind of inherited, even though we've come on the short end of the stick the past couple of years, but we're hoping to change that," he explained. According to FanDuel, the Rockets have better, plus 1,800, odds to win the title than the Warriors, plus 3,000. Playoff rivalry is not new between Rockets and Warriors. The Rockets and Warriors have met in the postseason 5 times, all since 2015. Twice, in 2015 and 2018, there was a trip to the finals on the line. In all 5 series, the Warriors beat the Rockets, with the series going the distance to 7 games only twice. "It's not often teams just keep clashing in the playoffs," added Jabari Smith Jr. "I feel like right now it's 2 teams that are trying to win a championship, so I'll call it a rivalry." Both teams are entering the season with very real title hopes. The Warriors have a bit more desperation as their core ages past their primes. The Rockets, meanwhile, are getting tired of biding their time. They want to announce to the NBA that they are a real threat. Until they get past Golden State, it's hard for Houston to rebrand itself as a winner. The NBA landscape is always shifting, and if there's one player who can ignite a title chase, it's Stephen Curry. For over a decade, Curry has showcased his prowess on the court, leading the Golden State Warriors to 4 championships. His partnership with Kevin Durant was a fearsome combination, striking terror into the hearts of opponents. While Curry may not be the same player he was during that dominant stretch, the idea of reuniting him with another superstar has emerged as a tantalizing prospect. Giannis Antetokounmpo's uncertain future. As the new NBA season approaches, the future of Giannis Antetokounmpo with the Milwaukee Bucks remains a hot topic. Speculation abounds about whether the 2-time MVP will remain in Milwaukee, especially given the Bucks' performance in recent playoffs. Warriors insider Peter O'Keefe of Blue Man Hoop has put forth an audacious trade proposal that could pivot the league's balance of power, suggesting that Golden State could be in a position to acquire Antetokounmpo as early as mid-season. The proposed trade details. Under O'Keefe's proposal, the Warriors would not only welcome Giannis, but also his brother, Giannis Antetokounmpo. In exchange, the Bucks would receive a young and talented Jalen Green, defensive stalwart Dillon Brooks, and a treasure trove of 4 first-round draft picks. The Phoenix Suns would also play a role in this hypothetical scenario, acquiring Jimmy Butler and Gary Payton too, to facilitate the deal. A new dynamic for the Warriors. Imagining a pick-and-roll featuring Curry and Giannis is enough to make any basketball fan giddy. The combination of Curry's shooting ability and Giannis's unmatched athleticism would make for a nearly unstoppable offensive duo. While the Warriors recently added Butler to their roster, parting ways with him could be a small price to pay for the chance to add a player of Giannis's caliber. As the season unfolds, the Warriors find themselves in a win-now mindset. If Antetokounmpo's frustrations with the Bucks continue to simmer, Golden State may find the opportunity to execute this bold trade. After all, pairing 2 of the game's most dynamic players could not only reshape the Warriors' future, but also send shockwaves throughout the league. In this high-stakes game of basketball chess, the Warriors are watching closely, ready to make a move that could redefine their championship aspirations.